Hi, it's Lisa from the Dog Play and Learning Centre, and I'm here with another vlog, and today we're going to talk about separation anxiety. So as a business, we've seen a huge increase in the number of inquiries of people coming forward with dogs that have separation issues. So a separation anxiety case is something that can be really difficult, really tricky to work with in terms of a fix. And most people nowadays, I think we're looking for a quick fix. But often, depending on where you've got your dog, and even if it is a brand new to the world puppy, these dogs can still come with issues. So we have rescue dogs from this country, rescue dogs from a variety of countries abroad, puppies from here, but of course there will always be really good reputable breeders out there, and there will always be people who are just selling dogs basically to get money. And I know that the prices have quadrupled and then some for pups over the last wee while. So life's been very different for most of us, certainly over the last 18 months. And it's no different when it comes to dogs, because obviously they're living with us in our homes, and so therefore they've experienced a lot of changes, a lot of challenges. And if they've been born throughout this, the pandemic, then certainly the life they're leading is perhaps not the life that they would have led had this not all been going on. So often people are getting in touch with us because they're finding that their dogs don't have a lot of confidence, don't have a lot of socialisation skills, and are glued to their hips, and people are worried about going back to work. So this is something that you can't just rip a plaster off and go to work and leave the dog. And I understand the human side of that is that, we have to have our dogs to be able to settle. If we can't leave our dogs at home, it's a big problem. It is a big deal for the dogs though, and ultimately the dog's brain switches. They go into panic mode when they're left. Their body and brain goes through the physiological and psychological trauma of grief. Now, if you've ever experienced any kind of grief in your life, whether it be a bit heartache or somebody's passed, that is how serious it is for dogs. So it's not a case of, getting frustrated with the dog or being just really annoyed because they've damaged something in the house. Their wee minds, their wee brains go into sheer panic mode, and all they do is try to get to you, to get out of where they are. So it's not something like, well, I'm going back to work so I can leave the dog, just go for it and it'll all be fine. If you think your dog has any separation issues, there are a lot of things that you can do. Often we need veterinary intervention, because sometimes it's so serious that the dogs need medication to fix this, because the brain becomes damaged and there's no way that we can repair that, so that needs to be done by medication. In the less serious cases, so there is quite a lot we can do. So at the Dog Play and Learning Centre, we've got a new training and therapy room, so we've been inviting people to come in and work with us doing that. So what we're trying to do is look at boosting the dog's confidence, changing their brain chemistry, strengthening bonds with the owner, and putting into place little exercises that begin the separation process, where you are just disconnected from your dog but still there. It's not something that you can go from 0 to 100 straight away. So it is something that's serious, and if you do have any queries or questions about separation issues, please get in touch with us in all the usual ways, and myself or the lovely Maria will get in touch with you and provide details.